This one's about my native friend's grandpa. He told it to my friend who told it to me. It's been a long time since he shared it with me, but I still think about it sometimes. It's not really slooky, just interesting. I'm sharing it with his permission. I'll call friend's dad Darwin. Darwin grows up in a fairly traditional Indian family. But one day his dad disappears. No one ever discusses it. Mom won't talk about it. Shortly after that, Darwin and his brother are taken from their mom and put in a boarding school. It has an English-only policy and it is cruelly enforced. They smack the shit out of you if they hear you using Indian words or phrases. Darwin barely knows any English. Needless to say, he gets corrected frequently. But Darwin is stubborn. He refuses to learn English. The beatings get worse. But he's too concerned about his brother to care about that. While Darwin isn't much to look at, his little brother is a really cute kid. One old teacher is always pulling him aside late in the evening. His brother comes back from these encounters crying quietly. Won't talk about it what happened. Darwin is scared for the first time. Then he has a dream. An old man appears to him in the dream. Darwin intuitively understands the old man to be an ancestor. He says to Darwin, "You have to run away and join the white man's society or you're doomed. Become a white man, but don't forget your heritage." Darwin changes overnight. Starts learning English. Picks it up quickly. When he knows enough to get by, he takes his brother and runs away. But Darwin doesn't know where to go. He's supposed to join white society but doesn't know how. He and his brother end up wandering around hungry through the forest. Then the old man from his dream walks up to him. It's as if he appeared out of nowhere. He tells Darwin to go to a nearby farm and ask for work. Darwin's shocked at seeing the old in the flesh, but he does as he's told. Finds the farm, asks for a job. The farmer hires him. No pay, just room and board. The old farmer had sons once, but they all died. Eventually he grows fond of the two young Indian boys, 14 and 11 at the time. Raises them as his own. When Darwin turns 17, America enters World War II. The Haudenosaunee actually made a specific agreement with the United States never to fight in their wars. This was pre-Revolutionary War. But Darwin signs up anyway. This is our homeland. We've got to protect it. Plus he can further join American life like the old man told him to. During the war, the old man shows up periodically warning him of danger. His platoon thinks he's fucking psychic. Darwin laughs, thinking he basically confirmed the spooky Indian stereotype. Comes out of the war not just unscathed, but a war hero to boot. The same cannot be said of many of his friends. Darwin lost most of them. He vows never to fight in another war again. But then there's Kay. Darwin meets her when he visits the res for the first time since he was a kid. The two fall in love. Kay gets pregnant. Darwin needs a job. He winds up working for the military again in various capacities. KBTW is kind of a big deal back home. People say she's going to become an important elder. She seems to understand that an ancestor is watching over Darwin. She can seemingly see the old man even when Darwin can't. She says the ancestor needed Darwin to learn about white people because his son is going to work to build bridges between Indians and white people. This shocks Darwin. Their baby hasn't even born yet. Sure enough, it's a boy, my friend. Darwin raises him to speak his own Indian language. Teaches him Indian customs. But also explains everything he knows about how white people think. Tells him his life is going to be hard. That he will always feel torn and without a home. Tells him this is suffering is exactly what will allow him to build bridges, and that he needs to play a small part in helping bring about reconciliations between people. That's pretty much it. My friend's grandpa died not long ago. He was a healthy, strong old man. But he told everyone that the ancestors showed up in a dream. It had been a long time since he had appeared. All he said to Darwin was, "It's time to go. Your job is done." 3 days later, my friend's grandpa died in his sleep.